Hello there, I'm back to my playthrough of Fallen Order. Just gonna plug the stream off and then we'll get started. The loading times always take this long. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, yesterday we didn't defeat a Sith. We survived an encounter with a Sith Inquisitor, or an Imperial Inquisitor. Well, that didn't go as well as it could have. And I think that's just the wrong way. Oh. Just plug in the stream. Nobody's watching right now. I'll keep up the talk when I think to anyway. I do like to look back on these when I'm done with them. Sometimes.
We found it. Feels different than the other tomb. I don't know. I don't like it.
New objective added to holomap. Let's have a look.
I found it, but Seer, why didn't you tell me?
Because she's a liar.
You. How?
I rerouted communication the moment you tried to contact her. Slicing encrypted transmissions was always a pastime of hers. She taught me once. There's no technique Seer has that I haven't perfected.
So did that cut off the rest of the, oh, I'm not doing well at all. So did that cut off the rest of the conversation, or was that it? Oh. This is quite difficult. Jumping puzzle. Oh, come on.
Stim here, BD. That hit the spot.
Oh. There we go.
now, BD.
Why do these temples never have roofs?
My friend, these devices appear to simulate this planet's gravitational pull. I can't help but see it as a motif.
You're running out of time.
For what?
My scouts located an artifact of interest at the rear of this tomb. Even now I'm studying it, learning his secrets. It seems Cordova was rather taken with these Zephyrs. Perhaps enough to hide the hologram amongst their bones.
Yeah, we'll see how much you learn.
He took out one of us. How's he blocking everything? He moved. Back up, I've got this. I don't need help to kill you.
Not yet.
Don't fall behind. Hey, BD, in here. What you got there?
Hazy and smells.
Very nice.
Oh, I don't need to rest. I still have...
We're never getting across this gap. Better double back and tell the squad. Who's there?
Oh. Ah.
BD, toss me stim. Nice throw, BD.
More of my soldiers breach this tomb every minute.
Afraid to face me yourself?
Had your droid not intervened, I would have killed you with ease.
It's okay, buddy. Just ignore her.
God, of course it is.
Enemy spotted! Don't let him get you! I can do this! Can't take a hit? You and me. You won't get me.
You're not getting out of here alive.
Fun.
Die, Jedi scum! I'll impale you! Die like the rest! Scum! You cannot run forever! Get over here, intruder!
Throw me a stim, BD. Back to normal.
We've got this.
Imagine the artifacts the Empire would have missed if it weren't for your intervention on this backwater planet.
Sure it's worth the cost? I hear Project Augur came at a high price.
Stormtroopers and workers. Expendable resources.
You're a monster.
I am what Sarah made me.
All right.
Ready for you. Jedi! The pain! More! That's it for you! Come now, Jedi, fight! Stop running! Push harder! You're not worth our time! It can't be over yet!
I need some help. That's so much better.
Look out! Destroy him! Hit the target! Contact on target! I'll break your guard. Just you and me, Tom. Have one.
Okay.
I've taken the artifact back to my ship for analysis. Pity you couldn't make it in time.
Doesn't matter what you steal. You'll never understand it.
Yet you do?
You'll find out soon enough.
I'll take those odds.
Chompers. A cornerstone of any good sci-fi. Oh, that was a leap of faith. Deactivated the chompers. Makes no logical sense though. Why is that there? Because it makes a good jumping puzzle. Or timing puzzle.
They haven't seen us. Keep your guard up.
I noticed something while examining the sarcophagus. It's a very convenient location to dispose of nuisances.
You lured me here. Was this your plan all along?
You truly have the wits of a scrapper.
All ears, squad. Don't let him escape.
You'll find me all up to scrapping in you. If it's a scrap you want.
Hate you.
You will fall. Now, end this. Nope. Running again. You won't land another. Just Jedi.
Just
Empire strength.
oh, that ain't good.
Jedi must die.
Well, that's a bit intolerant.
So. You will perish.
Don't let him escape. Get to the Jedi.
Hey Sam, how you doing?
I'm fine, dude. You?
I don't know what it is I'm supposed to do right now, but I'm good. Oh,
Good. So,
oh, was that
I take it you
supposed
saw.
Padawan,
I don't know.
where is the Force?
I take it you saw the Ricky Gervais thing.
It is within me. It
Yeah.
surrounds me.
Just
Yeah.
so.
What do you make of it?
There will be times when
I don't
emotion,
normally like
pain,
Ricky
or
Gervais.
exhaustion.
That was what I thought, because I was saying it to Liz. The thing is, I don't care for Ricky Gervais' stuff. I think his work is crap. I think that most of the stuff he's done in terms of comedy isn't funny, and the living legacy of The Office is going to be two things. One, that the American version is considered infinitely better by every stretch of the imagination, and that stupid fucking dance that Bo Selecta used to make fun of because there was nothing else about the show that was redeemable. That being said, that does not detract from the fact that he made a load of points.
Around you, connecting you to your weapon.
Yeah, he made
And
points that were.
He
Hold
made
on
points
just a minute.
basic. Sorry. Because I saw the thing this morning. That's how far back I am on this whole thing.
You must
I know
ignore
that there's a
all
bunch of people that want him cancelled, quotations, or gone, and that the
There's a
Oscars
bunch
are
of
afraid
people
to
that
have
want anyone cancelled for any reason. You
Force
can't
is with
keep
me.
paying attention
It
to that.
connects us.
Well, I know there's that thing,
Yeah,
but then I
I think
thought,
so.
I'll see what he's done, because I haven't heard about Ricky Gervais in a while, and honestly, he was right. I mean, yes, he made fun of the fact that woman Felicity, who basically who went to prison for mail fraud because she was trying to scam the system to get her daughter some. From what I've read, it was something to do with trying to influence universities to give her daughter better scores on her SATs or something like that.
I don't know and
The
don't
whole
give a
Har-
shit about any of that.
The whole Harvey Weinstein thing.
I've seen the
Oh,
entire
I know
speech,
he-
Sam. I know what he said.
I know, but the thing is, he wasn't wrong. I mean, I did love his whole thing where he pretty much told them that they have no right to really come up here and start using the platform for their political views or anything because they don't know anything about the real world. He's not wrong there. I thought it was kind of ballsy of him to pretty much do the whole. Let's face it, you claim to be woke, but let's be honest, you work for companies that have sweatshops. If ISIS called up, you would be calling your agent. I was like, and my
More of
thought
the
was,
grid is
wow,
available.
I forgot that ISIS existed.
Well, World War III.
Yeah, well. Also, I saw Nostalgia Critics did a thing. I don't usually watch his stuff anymore, but I watched his thing. He was talking about the prequels and the sequels to Star Wars. He wasn't being, what you'd expect. He was just giving his take. Because he said he's heard lately that people are starting to appreciate the prequels, to which he responded with, really? And he just showed the bad CGI and all of the bad poop jokes and everything else, and going, really? This is better? I mean, he complimented the new trilogy completely, but he said the problem that he has with them is that the prequels at least feel like one person's vision, whereas the new ones feel like multiple people's different visions.
Well, that's because they are.
Well, yeah, I know that's because they are. And that makes it,
It is It is a vexing situation, because they were supposed to have a different director for each one. Colin Trevorrow of Jurassic World fame, I think, was supposed to direct.
Yes, I heard all about the people either leaving, quitting, or everything else. I heard there was like a massive shift in directors multiple times.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher's death kind of threw a wrench into the gears.
You can't, but as you said the other day, you can't plan for death.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was hit by a car yesterday.
Did it at least give you its number?
No, it's I'm fine. It caught the back of one of my wheels as I was crossing the road. It was dark and rainy, and she was coming around the corner slowly, and I was already like almost across. I assumed they were going to stop. Apparently, didn't see me, and now my wheels all bent out of shape. And they're coming to fix it tomorrow. Now, like. Whether they saw me or not, she got out of the car, and it was a nurse. So if you've got to be hit by someone, like
can't be hit by a nurse. Convenience.
Yeah.
Funny thing, I was speaking to a friend recently, one of the other moms from the village, and she was talking about one of her friends has had to move up from England up to Scotland. She's got no choice.
Really?
Apparently, the medical system in England is so bad at this point that because of she has multiple sclerosis, apparently.
Right.
And the NHS in England's response was to just leave her to die.
I see.
Because they didn't want to put any money or any help into the treatment, so their idea was just to leave her to die and let fate deal with it. So, my friend, I don't think I wouldn't say she's a friend so much, she's just an acquaintance, pretty much told her to called her up and told her to come up to Scotland. They've managed to ship her up here, effectively, and they've got her actually on the help she needs, and she's not going to die now.
Yeah.
But she said, when you said that the care system in England was bad, I thought you were joking or exaggerating. I didn't realise it was this bad. And I went, well, I've got a friend who's in a wheelchair who they didn't accommodate for his wheelchair when they asked him to come to one of his meetings, and treated it like him being in a wheelchair was some kind of, major inconvenience.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, Ollie, I just don't have any sympathy for him.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a monkeys. Also, apparently college humour's shutting down.
Yeah, and they've fired everyone.
Well, that was... Apparently it's been coming for a while. They've not been making the money they expected, and quite frankly, they've been putting too much money into a lot of things that no one's watching. I miss the old stuff they used to do. I miss old man Sonic, and also let's not forget these are the same people who also did the I love these yummy yum donuts. These will go straight to my thighs. Motherfucker.
Are you on the stream, by the way?
What? I'm going to be doing it from a tablet. It's just I'm sorting through some stuff on there first, and then I'm going straight onto it, I promise.
I just did something that might have made you laugh.
Oh.
There are chompers in this temple. Oh, fuck.
Also, Ollie, I have a question. You're a Mario guy.
I have played a bunch of them, yes.
Okay. So basically, a friend sent as a bit of a thing for a whole. I'm sorry, we don't have. I'm sorry, I didn't get you anything for Christmas, but I'm going to send you up something small because I don't care really. It's the thought that counts. Has always been the thought with me.
Another step.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I sent you that key ring of Zack's Buster Sword. It wasn't cool, but it was something. She sent me up this little Gashapon thing she got from Japan.
Right.
Turns out it's a Mario thing, but I don't recognise it.
Right.
But she says it's from a new game on the Switch or something, so I don't know it.
Well, what is it?
It's a female rabbit, is the closest thing I can try and explain.
Oh, right, that's... right, the rabbits have crossed over with Mario. And is it Rabbid Peach?
No, it's not Rabbid Peach. Apparently it's called Harriet.
Oh. Oh, right.
Apparently there's these four bunny things that...
Yeah, those are mini bosses.
It's wearing a purple dress. It's got long plaited pigtails and has a hat thing,
right.
Like a spiked hat thing. I had to look it up, but I was like, Ollie will know more about this than anyone else will at this point. He's more of a Mario guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Thank God, because I was like, I don't want to seem unappreciative.
There's
I just don't know who the fuck it is.
4 mini bosses. I think one of them's called Ludwig.
Don't say that name, please. I'm trying not to piss myself laughing. I just find Ludwig funny.
Is it because Blackadder?
Yes.
I completely understand.
Yeah. Also, Liz, I came down this morning. Liz was watching Ouran High School Host Club.
Oh.
She's going through Ouran because she's trying to listen to Vic's voice in different things.
Right.
Because she's just she's amazed at his voice range.
Right.
Like, she's like, I just can't believe he plays this, and this. And I went, well, Monica's in here too. And she went, who's she? And went, you know that crazy bitch that turns up halfway through that's obsessed and has no attachment to reality whatsoever?
Okay,
yes.
Can we not get into that on the stream, please?
What? She's a fangirl, and I don't know how she keeps appearing in a school like that, but then again, it's an anime.
Oh, you meant a character. I thought you were...
Yeah, the character. You know the one who somehow...
Like,
comes over to the country.
Your opinion of Monica Rial is well known to me, and I thought she was voicing that.
Yes, well, taking that aside, look, here's the thing. I don't like Disney, but I like Mulan. I'll still put up with the product. I mean, hell, I don't like Funimation in general, but I have a lot of their stuff. Speaking of, I'm just starting Assassination Classroom.
So is Funimation now actually working for you?
No, I'm buying the DVDs because it works better than actually watching the damn thing. Because apparently I'm not the only person dealing with this. Apparently it's a wide problem that a lot of people have, and their general response is that they call up Funimation, because some people actually call them up and say, why isn't the thing working? And apparently they just don't want to deal with it. Or they can't be bothered to deal with it. And one person said that when they said that they wanted to watch some old stuff on Funimation, the response they got was, oh, watch this instead. I was like, but I don't want to watch that. I'm literally on the streaming service to watch something at my convenience. Because we've had to get Overlord on all 3 Blu-rays, literally because Funimation won't load for us. We're watching My Hero Academia through Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll, oddly enough, is working, despite working on inferior software.
If only Crunchyroll had dubs, there'd be no need for Funimation now.
To be fair, I've also heard, guess what? It's just that the UK and Ireland's Manga UK has just got the rights to dub.
Cool. What?
JoJo.
Oh, nice.
No, I think you need to understand how annoying this is for me. The first 2, Phantom Blood and the Battle Tendency, the one I said was too British.
Yeah.
They've been released twice in the UK within a year. Like, re-released twice within a year. They're re-releasing it again along with Stardust Crusaders, which is the one everyone's actually fucking wanted. And I love Stardust Crusaders. And yes, Phantom Blood is literally the one that has the whole, it was I, Dio. Just in case you wanted to know the meme.
Yeah.
Which series it was in. You thought you were getting an original character, but it was I, Dio.
There's a droid called Dio in The Rise of Skywalker.
It's not as cool, I can promise you that.
You thought you were getting R2-D2, but it was IDO.
Okay, I will actually give you that one. Ollie. No, now it just needs to go, the world dogs.
The Rise of Skywalker is weird.
Look, I'll just say it again. I'll just say what Ricky said. No one's watching movies now. They're watching Netflix. Which, in BoJack Horseman's case, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am watching the fuck out of it.
I've been rewatching that Spartacus on Netflix before it goes at the beginning of February.
Oh, God. That's one thing I hate about streaming services in general.
You never know if something's going to stay on there.
Look, my problem with online services in general is the same thing that Jim has. They have the authority to pull it away at any point. Speaking of things being taken away and given to us, there's been more credence given to the whole PS5 will be able to play everything. Apparently, there's rumour that they'll give trophy support to PS1 and PS2 games.
Okay, but
I think that's... Okay, I'm going to say that's overly fucking ambitious, especially when you consider the fact there are so many PS1...
for being able to play them.
That's what I want. I'll be happy to play them. However, trophy support, there's a problem. How many games do you think are on the PS1?
A hell of a lot.
And how many of them do you think are actually readily available?
Not quite as many, but still a lot.
I'm going to throw up Legend of Dragoon and just leave it at that. And don't get me fucking started on the PS2. The greatest console ever made, in terms of sales.
Yeah.
That thing had, to quote Yahtzee, had an overly ridiculous amount of third-party support.
Yeah, everyone developed for it.
Everyone developed it. I think I developed for it at some point.
Yeah.
So, CM Punk also made a tweet against The Miz, which was hilarious.
Yeah, I saw the John Morrison clip on SmackDown.
CM Punk told The Miz to just shut up and put some more of that blood money Arabian dick in his mouth. The thing with that is that he didn't go to Saudi Arabia. He was one of the few people that didn't go.
Yeah. I mean...
Though, apparently it's a well-known fact CM Punk hates The Miz. To the point where he apparently made The Miz cry. The information on what was said is not known, it's just... the only thing that is known is that CM Punk had a conversation with The Miz at one point before a title match they had, and Punk made it very clear how he actually feels about The Miz in general, and The Miz didn't like what he was told. Also, Moxley died.
What?
Then came back. Moxley picked a fight with the one person in New Japan you don't pick a fucking fight with, and then was murdered in seconds.
Right.
Well, he won the United States title from Juice Robinson at New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom, whereupon right after Minoru Suzuki came out, after pretty much no-selling a load of punches from him, he choked out John Moxley, then pile-drove his corpse, and then just left it there. Then the next day, at New Year's Dash, John Moxley came out, double-arm DDT'd him, and then Minoru just laughed and sat up from it.
Right.
Oh, and then Moxley didn't take the title back with him to Japan, and last time he left Japan with the United States title, he was stripped of it, because he didn't come back to defend it.
Yeah.
But he's picked a fight with Minoru. Never a good sign. According to Chris Jericho, Jericho is deadly afraid of Minoru.
I see.
Legitimately, he said, if he smiles at you, you need to be afraid of him, because he's the reason mixed martial arts is a big deal. He literally started it all based off the philosophy, hey, wrestling's fun and all, but what if we did this to each other for real? I should point out that Minoru, despite looking the way he does, is actually over 50 years old. He's got that weird thing where he hasn't aged very well. He hasn't aged. past a certain point.
I see.
And he's fucking insane. He's also retired. I think Jushin Liger's retired as of last night. So, yeah, he's done.
Shame.
It is, but he's over 50 years old. He's done his bit.
Yeah.
And Chris Jericho defeated Tanahashi. So the New Japan AEW deal, there's questions about what's happening, because apparently New Japan are very open to a deal with AEW.
That's good.
This is made more interesting with the fact that WWE is now trying to sign away the leader of the Bullet Club at the moment. Let's hope he says no. They're trying to sign Switchblade Jay White.
I don't see people of high profile accepting in the current climate.
Look, I don't expect anyone to, because Tetsuya Naito is now in. It took him a few years, but he managed it, and then he was murdered by Kenta. Well, Hideo Itami. Yeah, there's a lot of murdering in Japan at this point. Also, I noticed that they westernised a Japanese invention, and apparently it's blown up in the creator's face. There's this companion thing in Japan. Basically, what it is it's a hologram, kind of like, you know the relationship rate is very low in Japan at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of single people. Basically, in order to combat this in some way, they've made like these little interactive VI companion things that like integrate into your house, can operate the lights and talk to you and everything. And it's basically a hologram, effectively, and it's really fucking awesome in terms of its technology. However, they decided to try and westernise it. And the result they've made, everyone's gone, this is actually a fucking downgrade. It's not a hologram, it's literally a tablet in a tube. And you've made them look, all of the models don't look as cool or as interesting as the ones they have in Japan. They literally look like models from The Sims on PS2. I did see someone humorously comment, look, people don't want a 30-year-old frumpy white woman telling them what to do in real life. Why would they want it in a thing they'll probably pay $500 for? Give me my anime titty. Yeah, generally the reaction has been it's a downgrade in terms of technology, so it's not worth the same price. And the people it would appeal to, it wouldn't appeal to them at all.
Right.
Yeah, I know the birth rate in Japan is very bad at the moment, so yeah, I don't know whether this is actually a help or a hindrance.
Uh-huh.
It's just a concern I have. I also found an old Fast show. Do you remember the Fast show, or are you too young for that?
I remember that it existed.
I remember this sketch that I was watching when I was before I went to college, and I never saw it again, and I recently just found it again on YouTube, and I'm just watching some of the more recent stuff they've done with the character, and I'm just laughing my ass off at it. Basically, the idea was there was this guy called Good Painter Johnny, and every time he's painting, he's going into detail about the things he's painting, but then every time he hears the word black, he goes crazy. Like, actually full-on insane. And eventually they stopped it, and then, like, they did a 10-year special, and they changed it so his trigger word was no longer black, but white.
Right.
And, these cows, they just need some black and some white. White. White like the deadly moon! White like every single senior member of the BBC! White! White! He starts kicking things and smashing things. What?
Oh, I just figured out what I was supposed to do.
Black. Black! Black! Paint it all black!
That reminds me of, I think it was either a Dorkly or a College Humor thing, Tim Burton making a movie. And
yes, I remember. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one where everyone knows exactly what he's going to say because it's become routine at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a painter with his wife, and she keeps trying to stop anyone from him hearing the word black at all. And then he inevitably hears it and then goes insane. Good old days.
Get in here. Be faster. Let's keep up. We've almost got him.
Hey, BD. Help BD.
Can we actually win this?
Oh, and I saw something where someone has edited out the Emperor from Star Wars Episode 4 and put the Macho Man in.
After him.
The Emperor didn't appear in Episode 4.
What?
The Emperor didn't appear in Episode 4.
Okay, I can't remember which one it was. Which one is it where Vader's kneeling and there's a big hologram?
Oh, that's the Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, they've done it where they've just removed the Emperor from that, and they've put Macho Man in there instead of chastising Vader.
Yeah.
I saw what you were doing. Yeah, the dealings. Yeah. I don't know, Randy Savage kind of fits as the Emperor. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from Hulk Hogan, yeah. The cream of the crop, yeah. Oh, well, my sister-in-law's got a new. My sister-in-law's got a new. No, not at the moment. I'm scanning my tablet right now.
Oh well, welcome to the stream, whoever you are.
Yeah, my sister-in-law's got a new puppy, by the way.
Cool.
Yeah, we recently had a issue because she'd only just gotten her husband, I should say, to accept a new animal in the house, or accept an animal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he passed away.
Right.
So, they were dealing with that, and they finally convinced themselves, it was okay to have a puppy, so they've been to pick it up. So, yeah, they went down to England.
Cool.
And they picked him up and named him Oscar.
Oscar. Nice.
Yeah, he's kind of like a mixture of a poodle and something else. Though he's got very pronounced markings that look like eyebrows, and I'm trying not to point it out.
I can't wait to kill you.
Also, for a laugh this morning, I actually watched some of that Born to Be Mild stuff on your channel. I miss Mike so much these days.
Why did he not attack me?
This was an offering to the sage buried here. At the time, it was considered precious.
Soon the son of Skywalker shall fall. Hey, what you run about? But I like the cut of your jib. Oh, and I know you saw the Yoda on ketamine thing that I posted.
Yeah.
Known ketamine addict.
Right. This isn't gonna be great viewing, but I'm nearly dead, and I don't really fancy taking my chances with that big fucker.
Oh yeah, my friends helped me make a German wrestler in 2K20.
Cool.
Das Fass. Apparently just means the fire. But it sounds aggressive.
I see.
And I had to explain to her how the Rey Mysterio thing actually worked.
What?
Oh wait, it's Das Fass. You know, the whole thing of how why he was Rey Mysterio Jr. Because I was explaining the whole Tiger Mask story and how basically to depress her that Nacho Libre was kind of the character was kind of half based off a real life Mexican wrestler. Well, a Mexican wrestler priest, and then she went, wait, isn't that just King from Tekken? And went, yes.
Like I need backup to kill
It's just
you.
Jack Black did a bastardized version of King.
Right, now I really need a meditation spot because I am very nearly dead. And there is one. Huzzah! Although I appear to be back where I started. Skill tree. Is there anything I can... An upgrade to the force ball. Okay.
Do I? Oh yeah, watch them all drawn together. Herbal? Do I look like the kind of weirdo that will stick anything in his body and then record it coming out and then film it and put it on in his webpage, which gets mainly from Germany?
Dude, you stormtroopers suck at fighting those golem things.
Dude, they're stormtroopers. What did you expect?
See, when there's space to move around, these things aren't so bad. But when you're boxed in with one, they're a problem.
The broadcaster is indicating this channel is intended for mature audiences. I'm on now.
Cool. This isn't a bad game. It's a pretty good game. It's sort of like Uncharted if Nathan Drake was a Jedi and also not a complete asshole.
Speaking of, that's up on the PlayStation Plus stuff this month.
Yeah, I saw. I already have that, though.
You spent money. There's also Goat Simulator.
I know, I got that.
I'm going to download that. I'm going to download that right now.
The Jedi is here.
Oh, well, now it's just too easy.
Anyway, I finished that Dragon Quest game, by the way.
Oh, how is it?
There's an after game as well.
An after game?
Yeah, once you finish the game, you know, when you finish the main story, you get a post-game stuff, which I'm doing now, where the story kind of continues after you've saved the world. You know, the drinking while standing over a grave kind of thing, and like, oh, let's reflect on all the horrible things that happened, because I think it's obviously leading right into something horrible is about to happen, isn't it? Batman. Oh yeah, not installed at the moment. The game. I'm just going through the games I've got to download. Darksiders 3.
Darksiders 3 is essentially a Dark Souls game.
I know. Let's see. Darksiders 2, Broforce, Batman Arkham Knight, Bombing Busters Gone Home, Just Cause 3, Mad Max, Transformers Devastation, Goat Simulator, there we are. You are the Phantom.
BD, here!
Why is there a horse?
My horse appears to be stuck in a wall.
What have you got a boat here for? To go over the water. Why is there water? I don't know, you're the owner, you tell me.
Oh, joy.
Oh. Nope. I see. Hello, Jack. No. Not just yet. Force pull and saber throw, which I learned have become very useful.
Remains of a Zepho soldier. They were killed for stealing an offering to the sage.
Secret discovery. Is that all there is here?
How can we stop the candles from getting doused? Right, we can use their metal casings to our advantage.
I assume I'm done here. Oh. Oh.
Yowie wowie.
Yes, I'm unfortunately in the valuable. Yes. Right, is there nothing else up here?
Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Johnson the Wise? Oh yeah, me and Nicole are still dueling here and there.
No, it's better to start them early.
Well, oh yeah. Yeah, wouldn't want a girl to grow up without a lightsaber. What kind of monster would I be?
Wouldn't want to fall into the dark side because you waited too long to begin the training.
Oh, don't start. Rather it be Ahsoka than anything else. Wouldn't want her to become a Sith or a Jedi.